guys, welcome back to the Real Southern Garden. I'm Sarah, and today it's all about the vegetable garden and the cutting garden, the cut flower garden up there on my big sunny hill where it's really hot and hard to work, but we have to get it done because it is now the first week of June and it's going to be even hotter going forward. I tried to get this done earlier, but the weather has not cooperated here in the deep south. It has rained so much in May. It has been so muddy. The mosquitoes that are out here are huge. They are huge. Luckily, they don't bite me, but they bite everyone else in my family. I don't know why. I have like a mosquito superpower or something, and they literally don't bite me. I have no idea. Whatever. But they bite my husband and my baby and everyone else, of course, my daughter, everyone. So I can be out here and work, but it's still already getting hot. It's like 82, and in full sun up there, it's pretty hot. But I've got 100 sweet potato slips to get in the ground. My goal is to do 25 today in grow bags. Hopefully I get close to that. And they came from Annie's Heirloom Seeds. This is not sponsored by them or anything like that. I just tried them this year and I liked what they had. So we're going to see how my harvest turns out. And we are going to be doing some zinnias. All my zinnias I get from Johnny Seed. Once again, not sponsored, I just like them. And they come in little white packages. They have great germination rate, but I color coat them with my daughter's colored pencils because these packages are all just white. Like they don't have a picture on the front. And that way when I'm up there, I can just see quickly what color I'm planting. Oh, you know, pick the red, pick the orange, whatever. I like to clump them by color. So I thought it was a pretty cool idea just to color code them, and it was kind of fun to color them too. So I'll be planting the zinnias up there. This time last year, I already had some zinnias growing because I let them self-seed from the previous year. But this year, I tarped that big garden with plastic for like 8 weeks. I just wanted to start with a clean slate with no weeds for the first planting. I know the weeds come back. I know that. People are like, Sarah, it's not going to work. I know it doesn't work, but it works for the first time, and it saves me one time of weeding, so it's totally worth it for me. So did that. There's pros and cons to everything. So I don't have any cut flowers growing yet, but we're planting them today. I've even got some dahlias I still got to get in the ground. I'm going to do my butternut squash, my little Jack-B little pumpkins July 4th week. And I do that because the squash borers have their cycle is complete by then. And if I plant them then, I have never had trouble with squash borers. So July 4th is your week to do your pumpkins and your butternut squash. And some people say they have had trouble still planting at that time, but I never have. So I'm going to keep on going and hope that it always works for me. Cucumbers are up there already. 20 tomato plants, like I already told you. I've got 20 plants in the ground. I've got some stock tanks set up that I've been waiting to set up for 3 years. I bought them 3 years ago. We got the plastic down. We're going to put gravel on top and level them, all that. So lots of fun stuff. So I'm excited to show you guys what's been going on up there on the hill. And I'm gonna go change. I'm not gonna be wearing this, not to do the extreme gardening that I do. And I'm gonna meet you guys right back up there. So let's go get started.
So before we get to that, let me show you some of my favorite zinnias. So the yellow there is Isabellini. BENARY'S Giant Wine right here is one of my absolute favorites. Just look at that color. BENARY'S Giant Orange is another one of my favorites, which is also great for the fall. This is BENARY'S Giant Red. And then, of course, BENARY'S Giant Pink. And then here's a couple different looks of how they are in a vase. I've got some sunflowers in that one as well. Those are the Procut white sunflowers, and a collection here.
All right, guys, we are ready now. We've got the gardening attire on. So I wear a lot of these quick dry fabric type shirts that are long sleeve out here in the summer because I don't have to worry about sunscreen and I don't have to worry about poison ivy as much if I'm covered up. So got this on. I'm looking for a new pair of overalls. When I find a pair that I like, I'll let you guys know. I'll try to link these in the description. I did buy them on Amazon several years ago. I think they're Hanes, but they are quick dry, like I said, and so I like them for just the sun protection. Also, these are not my favorite gloves, but they are what I've got today. My favorite gloves were used in poison ivy, and I've got to wash them. I need a backup pair. Got to work on that. But these are my mama's gloves, using those today. And our peach trees. Here's one of our peach trees. And look at these. These peaches are already getting so big. I'm betting they're going to be ready early this year, too. telling you, all this rain has just got, it's got everything ahead. I think I'm gonna start out planting the zinnias first, but let's head back there to the big garden and let me show you what it looks like and what projects we have going on. All right, so right behind me, I can't turn around because if I do, this microphone gets really staticky. So I'm just gonna have to point, but back here are my stock tanks that I've got set up. I've got to level those with sand. There's a couple sand bags you can see. I also want to blend some of that sand into my sweet potato soil because I know that they like sandy soil. And I'm gonna be using some of the, it's been, I guess, 3 years now, or 2 years since they've been decomposing, but some of the wood chips that the city tree cutters brought to our property. It's basically decomposed. It's like dirt now. So I'm gonna use some of that and see how the sweet potatoes do growing in that this year. It will be an experiment. But let me flip the camera around so there isn't any static, and let me show you the cut flower section. Okay, and so of course we're gonna have gravel on top of all of this plastic landscape fabric. So just so you know, that's gonna be, it's gonna look much better when that plastic is covered up, and we'll see how it does. And then I made one more row over here because back along that fence line, I had to give up a row because that's where my dog runs back and forth. So I just made another row here. And this year, I'm not sure if I'll do cut flowers here or I will do some of the butternut squash because they are pretty shallow rooted. They do pretty well for me, and they should be able to bust through that cardboard without a problem. And of course there's cardboard boxes below, and then I just use that painter's paper. It's all linked in the description if you're interested, to seal up any of the cracks, and I go over it. It did move a little bit. It's been out here for a couple weeks in the rain before I could get the soil on. So back there, right here, we have our tomato plants. They're still very small because they haven't had a lot of sun. They just had a lot of rain. But these are the tomato plants, a couple cucumbers, tomato plants over here, tomato plants over here. We're gonna do 2 rows of the zinnias and cosmos. They'll be back here. And then over on this side, we've got our sweet potato patch, and I've got a couple growing. This is supposed to have mulch on it, but I am just going to, I'm gonna put down plastic here, I think, as well, to put these grow bags on. And I will probably, actually, I might do cardboard, but whatever the case, I'm gonna put something down, and I'm gonna have a bunch of grow bags over here because they just seem to do better. And then over here, we're gonna have our other cut flower section. This is one of my favorite ones because it looks really good against this fence line. We just, there's a lot of things that grow on this fence line. We just cut it back and then we just plant right in front of it. So all my zinnias will have 2 rows in the back there, and then all zinnias back here too, and some sunflowers. So we're now gonna get to it and get these planted. So I did all my pinks and purples and my reds here, and now I'm gonna go and do the white, the orange, and the yellow over there. So unfortunately we have another ant bed here, so I'm gonna have to get my diatomaceous earth out. That is what I use in my vegetable garden, and put that all over here to get rid of these guys. But I'll just plant around them, north of them. All right, so this is what I use anywhere where I have, pretty much all over our property, but definitely where I'm growing food. It's just a food grade diatomaceous earth. They're just little diatoms. It's the silica shells that are all crushed up. You don't want to breathe it, so you don't really have to wear a mask as long as it's not really windy. But if you want to be extra safe, you can wear a mask. You don't want to inhale it, that's for sure. But it's just little pieces of ground up shell. You spread it all over the ant beds, get it in deep. You want to disturb the mound, get as far down as you can, and it just slices up their exoskeleton and they die. So that's what I use. So we're gonna kill, I've already killed so many ant beds or ants this year, and it's been a really bad year for fire ants, and it continues. So here we go. And I just buy mine on Amazon. I'll link it in the description if you need some too. It comes with a dispenser that you can puff it on. I'm just gonna dump it on it as soon as I hoe it up a little bit. And then this row is going to be orange, and this one is going to be white and yellow.
All right, so here is how it is all looking. I've got all of the plastic and the tarps gone. I need to go ahead and mulch the rows that are, not the rows, but the walkways that are in between the rows, so I can get those looking all nice. I need to weed eat that back fence line again and get that back in shape, and then of course get the gravel down around the stock tanks and make that new row with the soil where the cardboard is. So lots of things I still got to get done. I've still got the sweet potatoes to plant, but we did get all the zinnias planted and the sunflowers planted, the tomatoes and the cucumbers. So we are getting closer. It has just been a tough year with all of the rain. And then we were also all sick with a cold for a couple of weeks, a pretty gnarly cold, but the rain is really what set us back. But it's going to be a great year up here in the vegetable garden and the cut flower garden. And I cannot wait to show you everything as it grows. And I can't wait to eat some of these tomatoes. These are some heirloom varieties I'm really excited about. But yeah, it's going to be a good year.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you liked today's video. And if you did, we would love for you to subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know what's going on in your world. I love talking to you guys in the comments. And I will see you back here next time in the next video at the Real Southern Garden. Bye, guys.